For football fans, there is nothing better than a derby day. Whether it's a rivalry based off the successes of your clubs or the locality of two sides, the buzz in the air and atmosphere in the ground when these teams clash with each other is what makes everyone love football. But which derbies across Europe are the best? Here's the top 10 ranked. Number 10. Ajax vs Feyenoord. The Klassieker is the biggest derby in Dutch football, contested between Ajax and Feyenoord, two of the three most successful clubs in the Netherlands. The rivalry goes beyond football, with fans clashing off the pitch several times over the years. Those battles often spill over into the pitch, where Ajax tend to come out on top more often than not. But the passion and hatred between the fans makes this a spectacle every time they meet. Number 9. Arsenal vs Tottenham Hotspur. The North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham is undoubtedly the most entertaining in England, and it is because there is to be more goals scored in this game than any other in the country. Simple. Arsenal have the upper hand historically, twice winning the league at Spurs ground, although in recent years, Tottenham have closed the gap by finishing above the Gunners in the league. Number 8. FC Porto vs SL Benfica. O Clásico is Portugal's biggest game, played between their two most successful clubs. Between them, Porto and Benfica have won 7 European titles, plus a whopping 67 National League championships. Whenever the two sides meet, there tends to be some sort of title implications, and it almost always lives up to the expectations, with only 17 0-0 draws in 246 meetings between the teams. Number 7. AS Roma vs Lazio. The Derby della Capitale is the fiercest rivalry in Italy, played out between two teams who just genuinely hate one another. Roma-Lazio is arguably the most heated derby in all of Italy, with the two sides regularly playing out ill-tempered games at Stadio Olimpico. Number 6. Manchester United vs Liverpool. The Northwest Derby is England's biggest derby between the two most successful clubs in the country. Manchester United and Liverpool have won a combined 39 league titles and 9 Champions League titles, and often find themselves competing against each other at the top end of the league each season. Number 5. Inter Milan vs AC Milan. Notoriously two of the most successful teams in Italy, plus Juve, the two Milan giants have rekindled their rivalry recently after a few years of mediocrity. If you think of the best Italian players ever, the likelihood is that they played for one of AC Milan or Inter Milan. Number 4. Resta Belgrade vs Partizan Belgrade. When a derby is called a eternal derby, you know it's a good one. Local pride is always at stake when Resta and Partizan meet, with fans turning out in their thousands with flares and drums to intimidate the opposition as much as possible. They are the two most successful clubs in Serbia, with Resta having won a record 31 league titles ahead of Partizan's 27. Number 3. Galatasaray vs Fenerbahce. Istanbul is a lot like London in the sense that it has a lot of big teams that play there, but there are two that stand out more than others. Fenerbahce and Galatasaray are the two most successful teams in Turkey, and as such, bloody hate one another. The hatred is true and runs deep through football and its to society, making for one of the most passionate derbies in football. Number 2. Celtic vs Rangers. Liverpool, Scotland is host to one of the greatest derbies in all of football. The two biggest teams in the country are both based in Glasgow, but the rivalry runs much deeper than just locality, as the two fan bases are usually at loggerheads over politics and religion too. Number 1. Real Madrid vs Barcelona. Of course, El Clásico is top of this list. It's the derby game between two biggest football teams in the world. The game has regularly pitted the best players in the world against one another, with the Champions Leagues, La Liga, and the Copa del Rey titles on the line. It's fiery, passionate, high quality, and by quite some distance, the best derby in Europe. And that's a wrap on today's Game on Dynasty. What did you make of my top 10 rankings of the best derbies in the world? Would you like to rearrange it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Until we meet again, this is the Game on Dynasty, signing off.